Good afternoon, my collective community. I am your girl, Two Claps Oracle. And this is a reading that I'm pushing out because I'm learning that when you push out readings, when you're having the tough times, is when somebody else can get a breakthrough. A lot of you guys don't know me, and then some of you may or think you know me because you hear my voice. But I had a major following on another platform of mine where I talk about spirituality, sociology, psychology, and geology. In April of 2022, I was incarcerated for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. My daughter was taken. I was put in jail for 30 days with no weapon, no witnesses, no surveillance, just hearsay from a downstairs neighbor that I got into a verbal altercation with. As a result, I lost my psychological business. I lost my home. I lost my car. I lost my daughter. To this day, I have not been proven innocent or guilty. I'm still waiting on a court date. So essentially, I've been going through all this stuff without a verdict. And I think it's crazy. I've been fighting to get my daughter since April. I got everything done at the Department of Children and Family Services required in June, and they just keep dragging it out. And my last court date is supposed to be on the 29th. Like this summer, I had to go live in hotels. I had to hustle. I had to walk. I lived in Airbnbs, and in August, I got my apartment, and I thought everything was good. I had a good job. I was paying my rent, and I'm getting closer and closer to getting my daughter back. And I bumped into hard times because the job that I had, it tanked, essentially. My boss had to dismantle the company, and we all kind of were let go, and nobody got their last check, so that left me struggling. And in the month, I had a savings. I paid all my rent. I got rental assistance, and then I guess they just didn't come through for the third month. So I fell behind in my rent in February, and I thought it was going to be okay because I filed my taxes, only to find out that my daughter had been filed. So I didn't get that money. So I've been trying to stay positive. I've been trying to stay focused because you guys don't understand that I've been working so hard. And all I want to do is have my spiritual practice, have my daughter, and just focus on spiritual psychology for minorities and just people like me, and just get out of these chains and these shackles and these curses and these hexes. You know, finding out my mom was the one that stole my car. It's just so much, you guys. And so I got a call today from my old boss, and he said that he was going to be restarting his practice. And once I finished my legal issues, he would love to rehire me because I was a good employee. And I said, that's good. I don't mind doing that simultaneously, working on my spiritual practice, because if I can get my practice back to where it was before I was incarcerated, I wouldn't need to do any outside work, and I can work from home. I got to my home. That's when I got the call from the tax office, the guy that did my taxes. Told me my daughter had been filed, so I'm still behind in my rent. My court date for my daughter is the 29th. Got home. I had a notice. It was called a dispossessory proceeding or whatever. I don't even know how this works. I've never had an eviction. I never had an eviction notice. I never been summoned to court for my rent. And I just don't know what to do, y'all. I'm so beat down. I started gravitating to this page because I wanted to just be a spiritual person that helped off camera. And when I started my practice, I just want to be behind the scenes, you know? I don't want to be seen. I just thought all of this struggle, all of this pain, all of this turmoil was behind me. You know what I'm saying? Like, my child's father's not active in her life. Haven't seen him since 2020, but I believe he's the one that filed her this time. Found out my father filed her in 2020. So now I have to go get all of these documentations, prepare them, take them back to the tax office, and pay the man to process a complaint against the people that have filed my child. And I'm still waiting for 8 to 9 weeks for that to happen. And they're telling me they want me in court on the 21st about an eviction. You guys, my rent, including the lawyer fees from February, March, and all of the lawyer fees, is $3,651. I don't have anyone in my life that has that kind of money. And what bothers me is that I've written books to free our people. I went through all the tests. I went through all the trials and tribulations. I didn't hide under a rock. I didn't do anything but stay faithful to my assignment. Even right now, I'm still doing my thing. And what's bothering me is that I'm not getting the financial breakthrough. I'm not getting the abundant breakthrough. Yes, I'm getting the spiritual breakthrough and the educational breakthrough and the life lessons. But what's bothering me is that I am so close to getting my baby back that I'm going through all of this. Like, you guys will never understand what it's like to go through a Department of Children and Family Services case without any conviction in the legal case that puts you in this environment, and they don't even have a court date for you. So at the end of the day, my charges could be dropped for inadequate and insufficient evidence. And I still had to go through all of this. I lost my practice. Like, I lost everything. And I don't like to get on here and be like this, because you want your oracle reader to just be upbeat and to be legit. But the truth of the matter is, a lot of them don't tell you the truth. They tell you whatever they want you to hear. They tell you whatever they heard from somebody else. But y'all know I keep it blood raw. Like, I'm for the people in the trenches, in the hood, in the trap, like the people trying to get out of generational curses and poverty. And I'm finding myself being trapped in poverty unless I'm doing something illegal. Like, I applied for rental assistance from this church organization only for my apartment complex to stop the proceedings for the eviction. Then because they have to give the rental assistance company time to pay your rent, only for them to call me back and say a fucking church organization, y'all, was a scam. They don't have any government nor nonprofit funding to pay anybody's rent. And I'm sitting here as I'm looking at this, and I'm just like, I go to court on the 29th for my baby. And I'm still in this position, and I'm still standing strong, but when is it gonna change? And I'm just gonna read for y'all today, because I don't believe in being in a dark place and laying around and just being, in the shadows and stuff like that. I'm stressed, I'm exhausted spiritually, but I'm gonna read still. Because sometimes you have to put your struggles in context. If you have a vehicle, if you have breath in your body and you have a place to stay and you know nobody can't take it from you, your situation not that bad. It's always somebody out here doing worse than you. And I keep hearing in my head, the reading should be trouble don't last always, but I can't go with that right now, because that's not how I feel. And if you're getting into your spiritual gifts and you're getting into your oracle reading and you're getting into everything that you're supposed to be doing, I need you to understand that just because you get called to do spiritual work, that don't mean that your bad days go away. It just means you know how to handle them better, because you know that you're spiritually strong enough to endure whatever you're going through. But that does not mean that everything just get fixed. Quite the contrary. What ends up happening is you find yourself asking, why am I not being given the things that I need, when the things that I need are the bare minimum? Like, I'm so tired, y'all. I left my old page to focus on this page because I wanted to leave the old energy and pain and turmoil and just everything I've been through behind. Yet here I am bringing this same vibration to the new page. I'm still gonna read. Nothing ain't gonna stop me. Past, present, future. Your past is about balance. That just made me laugh because my bank account balance ain't big enough to cover my rent. God is funny. But your past is about balance. And trouble don't last always. You've always thought of yourself as getting the short end of the stick, as do I. But maybe it's just setting you up for something better. Because even if a situation ends for you, you're going to have to move on to the next thing, because life is continuously moving forward. You're going to bump into people that your problems to them are going to be so small that they can fix them in a day. See, the balance that you didn't have in the past was you aligned yourself with people that could not pour into your cup when yours was empty. And I'm hoping that is somebody that runs across my reading, or somebody that's wealthy, or somebody that has it all put together, or whatever, that wants to pour into my cup just to help me fill it back up, to keep my roof over my head. And I don't know what it is for anybody out there, what you're suffering through, but you need to find balance in your partners, because in the past, you poured more into others than they could pull into you. A lot of us were not making friends and lovers and bonds with people that are equivalent or better than us because of our past. We're not meant to struggle. We're not meant to be evicted. We're not meant to have no car. People will rise against you. They took my car. They took my home. They took my kid. And I haven't stopped swinging. But now, if the boxing match for you and me is supposed to be 12 rounds, why does it feel like we in round 17? We're not supposed to be fighting anymore. We're supposed to be okay. So that's why I made sure I still got on here, poured out my authentic emotions to you all. I'm still going to do the reading, because at some point a breakthrough has to be on the other side of your pain. I thought my Job season was over. You thought your Job season was over, but maybe this last thing is about faith. Your past was not balanced. You were not aligned with the people that are supposed to bring you into the future. But now you're seeing that there are still residue of choices and decisions that you made before that are affecting your present moment. And I'm talking to myself as well. So please take what resonates. As we move forward into the spring season, understand that there's going to come a day that you're going to look back and you're going to walk into your home. And I'm speaking this over my life and yours, because I'm just tired. You gotta keep going, keep going, keep going. You gotta keep going. You're gonna walk into your home and you're never ever gonna have to worry about somebody taking it from you. You're gonna pay off your car. Your kids are gonna thrive. You're gonna marry a woman or a man that got your back. You're gonna have friends that wouldn't even let your rent get behind. And guess what? You still gonna thrive spiritually, because your life is going to be in balance, because the past has taught you where you need to be when it comes to alliances. Let's go to your present. A karmic debt. Maybe I'm in this situation, or maybe you're in your situation, because this is the last debt we have to pay. See, a lot of us as light workers, empaths, star seeds, indigo children, tarot readers, oracle readers, numerologists, geologists, spiritual coaches, life coaches, we don't understand that although we attract more karmics than we are to other people, we still have been karmics to other people, because that's the life cycle. Nobody's perfect. So when you least expect it in your present moment, as you begin to transcend into the future, there is still a debt that might need to be paid, and it might cost you something that's vital to you. My situation right now is looking like it might cost me my place. I've done return to sender spells. I've done sound frequencies, meditations. I eliminated people from me, and I just have no idea what a karmic debt that I have not paid as of yet. A lot of us, you just have to keep your faith. You have to just keep pushing on, moving forward, because sometimes before you get to the breakthrough, there's one or two more things that you have to pay back. See, before you became spiritually enlightened, you didn't know about karmic debt. And you have been karmics to a lot of people, just like they have been to you. The difference is they're going to continue to stay in a cycle of being negative karmics for people. And you're going to enlighten yourself, and you're going to get on your spiritual journey, and you're never going to do those things that will never put you back in a negative vibration, okay? Like attracts like. So if you're going through something like I'm going through, just look at it as a spiritual debt that has to be paid. And in the spirit realm, the elders will always tell you, if you do something negative, if you say something negative, if something happens, you're going to have to pay it back. But sometimes you have people working against you. If I can just get this person unstable. See, the enemy that's rising up against me or is upset that I'm breaking free and I'm still remaining positive when I should be crazy now, I can see it sending me a poverty spell. I can see it sending me something to get me kicked out of my place, because if my primary focus is to get my daughter back, my primary focus is for me to beat my charges, That means if I can take her home from her, then her daughter won't have a place to stay. And although I can't stop her because she has back SSI coming, she has these taxes that are going to come back to her, I can prolong her journey and make her start over. So that's what I'm going to do. You have to understand that people can't stop you, but they do not mind trying to prolong the journey. So cry if you have to, but understand that you got to keep pushing. Don't crawl up in the bed and die. Spiritually, that is. Not saying, because the future is you rising. You are the phoenix on the rise. You are the phoenix on the rise. It doesn't matter who rose up against you. It doesn't matter who's sending you negative vibration. It doesn't matter who's trying to stop you. It doesn't matter who is trying to harm you with their frequency. It doesn't matter who's trying to take your car, your kid, your spouse. It does not matter, because if they are able to remove things from you, then that means that season is over. I don't know who needs to hear this, but I'm trying my hardest to hold it together. Because all I want is my freaking baby and my life back. And through it all, it'll be 1 year on April the 6th, 2023, because I was incarcerated April 6, 2022. It'll be 1 year in exactly a month and some change. Well, less than a month now. And here I am, ready to ride off in the sunset, get my baby, restart my life, and move on and move strong. And then I'm hit with all of this information today. You will rise like the phoenix from the ashes. Because yes, trouble don't last always. In closing, I just want to say, in February, my daughter was diagnosed with autism. And I applied for SSI, and I heard back in February. And they told me that I would get back pay from December of 2021. But that won't arrive to 3 to 6 months from now. And I was told that in February, when I needed the money then. I go and file my taxes. And although I'm going to get the money back because I can prove that my daughter was only with me in 21, 20, and 22, but that takes 6 to 8 weeks to just hear a response. I live in Georgia, and when the pandemic hit, I was given $350 and my daughter was given $350. But because I was incarcerated, I never received my cards. So when I go on my Department of Children and Family Services and look at our benefits, because I lost everything. I had to get on food stamps, and I ain't ashamed, because I might get food stamps. I cook. You know what I'm saying? I got a good insurance through Medicare. My daughter's able to go to a school of autism, which is a great school because of her insurance. But I have $700 just floating in the universe somewhere, and I can't track it down because the number doesn't work anymore. All of my abundance is right there to bless me, but it's a timeline on it. So what I'm telling you is the enemy is doing its last tactic, and it's trying to prolong your journey. If I can't beat you, I will hold you up. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if anybody has anything they can donate, I got a balance of $3,651. And I just found out today all about the rental assistance, all about this damn court summons. And I was given a list of what I'm going to have to bring back to the tax office so I can file complaints with the IRS. I love y'all, and I'm going to keep reading, and I promise I'll be more and more upbeat tomorrow. All right, y'all. Stay positive.